Yesterday, we spoke about the big pump that we had, the nice little push to the upside. Was that the bottom? Are we starting to get some volume in? Is there going to be a slight reversal now to the upside? And what we spoke about yesterday is we were more or less in this area over here. And we said, okay, it looks like Bitcoin on the shorter time frame is going to come back down and test and see if we're going to get a higher low. And what we ended up looking at was the 618. We said, okay, so if this is a reversal, what we want to see on the shorter time frame is we want to see the small pullback, but ultimately we want to see the higher low and we want to hold the 618. And as you can see over here, we literally hit the 618 perfectly, nearly to the dollar. And now what we're starting to get is a possible short-term breakout. So what I'm doing now is we've had a lot of redness. Hello. I see someone's commenting. What's happening? We're seeing the short-term breakouts now, and we're seeing volume. We're starting to see a weekly spike candle. So what I'm starting to do now is I'm starting to look to open some trades. I feel like the market's been sucking down for a while with not much volume. I feel like the altcoins have been exaggerating to the downside, dominance going into Bitcoin's favor at the moment. And now what I'm starting to see is if we break this current trend over here, and we can start the little push from here to go tempt the major trend line again. This for us will create a great time to get some good entries, because who knows, if we get to these areas over here and we decide to break through, we're sitting on a gold mine of entries. So in this show, I am taking $100,000 trade. I am then taking another $30,000 trade too on the show. I'm going to be giving you my TPs and what my plan is to trade this move. My goal is I've been trading, but not too much while the market's been in this downwards phase. But ultimately, what I'm trying to prep now is a rally. I'm trying to look at a way that I can rally and trade the market strongly for the next 2 to 3 weeks and to jump from one token to the next and to build this momentum. My goal is to get my 10,000. I have one $10,000 account. My goal is to get that to 50,000. And then from that to get that to 100 and then 100 to 200. We'll see how that basically goes. But I'm building a roadmap now where I want to hit a streak. I want to hit a strong streak. We've had a lot of pull down in the market. And if we get it correct, up or to the downside, we can hit a really strong rally in this current market. All that we wanted was volatility. Now we're getting volatility. Now we're getting volume. And this is the time for the traders to shine. So no more wasting time. Let's get into the show.
Click, click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click, click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the charts, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click, click, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target, and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. Enter the sniper, click, click. Enter the sniper.
Yo, Banter fam, hope you're having a fantastic day. Do mind the beanie in it. It's quite cold. I don't know what's going on with Cape Town weather. Hope you're doing fantastic. If you're brand new to the channel, smash the subscribe button. If you're part of the family, smash the like button. Let me know what you're trading as well below. I kind of feel that we've been sitting and there's probably been a lot of stoppages and it's been a little bit of this boring market with no volume. But I got a feeling we're about to hit a really strong trading spree, because what I think about is where this market is at the moment. It kind of feels that the next move that happens is going to be a big directional move that's going to give us the next 2 to 3 weeks. So it's either going to be a strong possible depression phase where we're going to be shorting quite a bit to the downside, you know, making money on what the market is offering us, or we are going to attempt the highs again. And we're going to have Bitcoin probably smash through that dominance level of the 49%. And we're going to hit a little bit of this rampage. Now, in that time, we have Ethereum still looking strong to Bitcoin. The big question is it becoming too obvious right now? Because you've got many people all turning to ETH now. Is there a trap possibly coming there? But if we have a Bitcoin and ETH explosion to the upside, or a big drop to the downside, we can catch really strong momentum. And that's the goal, guys. The goal is for me to explain to you guys and to always keep you focused. That doesn't matter when you go through your periods of suffering or depression or these periods of where it's just not happening. When the streak comes, it comes hot. And what you got to understand is you're going to be a good trader at times. You're going to be a shit trader at times. That's the reality of what trading is. But don't be a shit trader and then not have your good run. Like, we got to have the good run, because by having the good run, you start to see the possibilities and the differences between these two. And that's why I'm here. I think it's time to start trading again. I think it's time for us to start taking trades again, for me to sit and possibly do some live tradings again. And these sort of things. So who knows, this show might turn into a 2-hour show if our trades go correct, that I can sit here with you guys. But ultimately, let's not be afraid anymore and start hitting the market. Now, 2 things, guys. We have Banter Bubbles. Go to your Google. You can type in Banter Bubbles. You can have it on the net, or you can download it in the App Store. Get Banter Bubbles. It's incredible. Secondly, we have cohort 6 coming for Sniper School. Now, guys, Sniper School is the biggest TA crypto school in the world at the moment. The amount of numbers that we're pulling through there is incredible, and the result of what people are making is incredible. Now, the people that are committed and they're finishing the schools, they're doing insane. Now, all that I'm saying to you guys is do something for you. Be committed. If you can be committed in a 3-week course and complete it all, and you can be committed at being at the live events, you're going to make it. If you can't, guys, the market's going to swallow you up. It's time for you now. So join Sniper School. Go below, click the registration button, join Sniper School. You put in your email, they send you 3 basic steps, and you get in. Now, one last thing, guys. We have CoinW, which is a new exchange partner of ours. So I want to show you over here, and I'm actually going to be trading over here. Now, why am I bringing this to you? Because it is great for the US traders. Those who want to trade leverage, those who want to trade spot. You don't need KYC, and you don't need a VPN either. So we've partnered with them now. They are now a new partnership of the Sniper Show, and I'm going to be trading with them quite a bit. One thing I really love about it by going through the platform is it's very simple. It's a very simple platform. Like the fact that I can take a trade now and put my stop loss and TP very quickly. It's really good. So for all the US guys below, sign up with the description below. And what's good about this too is they also have sponsorship of school. So if you open a Sniper School account with them, you can also get into Sniper School. So it is time to not be afraid, guys. Okay, let's jump in and let's go through what's happening at the moment. So again, quick overview. Bitcoin had a double bottom. We then decided to go straight through. Anyone that longed this area over here and thought it was a bullish move, as what we all did, they got stopped out. And that's why these wicks came very strong. But one thing we did like seeing was we liked to see that there was quite a good response, and we finally got some bullish momentum. So now what we're looking at is we did bounce on a very important support when it comes to Bitcoin. The horizontal support, great. And now we're sitting just above the 200 weekly moving average again. Now we just want to see a weekly close above this. If we get a weekly close above this, you have a weekly stochastic RSI on the floor. You have a pin bar candle, which is really bullish. And this could mean that the bulls are now going to attempt to break the highs again. Now I want to say this again. It's very important that we do break the highs. So we do want to finally get back above 29 to 30 pretty quickly. The reason why it's a possibility that we're either going to see a very strong $24,000 very soon or a 30,000 soon is because we finally have volume within the market. We have volatility entering. We have FUD. We have so many things happening. And it's actually quite crazy to see how these SEC tokens got absolutely smashed. So I think we're going to go through that in the show now. We've got many of them. SAND got smashed pretty hard. Obviously, BNB got hit really hard. We need to look at BNB and see, is this a good entry when it comes to the longer time frame sort of view? We have Solana that got hit pretty hard. Solana lost the trend and got smashed. What else got hit really hard? I know there was a... Atom got smashed. MATIC, all of them. Let's actually quickly look at those charts. We'll jump in here. Cool. Like, look at MATIC. This is one that I'm possibly looking at longing now, guys. We'll speak about this now in a short while, but look at this. The last 4 hour, the last 4 hour candles. Look how we've just had this really strong exaggeration, if I would say, and panic. It's very clear that this is a lot of panic that's happening at the moment. And now we're sitting here, and it's crazy that we've seen MATIC a few weeks back, sitting at $1.6, and now we're on a very critical support when it comes to these areas. So for me, it's like, it's uncomfortable. It's like, why is this price back here? But holy shit, if this is the reversal and I get entries here, I can be sitting on a good trade. So why I'm speaking about, just before I get into trades and continue with Bitcoin, why I'm speaking about a good trading spree and why I think we're going to hit a strong spree is because if you look at a lot of these tokens, this is now daily and 12-hour and, you know, higher time frame resets where we started this little downtrend, okay? And it's been a continuation of it. And now what you're basically looking for is where's the floor, where's the support that it will bounce? But we're starting to get the RSIs oversold. And if you have a look over here, you can basically see how we're starting to form this trend to the downside, okay? Now, at some point, and this is why the RSIs are great. They never give you the exact turning point, but they give you the phase that we are getting to, that we are getting to a downwards phase, to oversold phase where the bulls are going to respond. And from that, what you want to see is you want to see, okay, where we at. Firstly, if it bounces over here and we decide to break trend, it's going to attempt two things. We're either going to attempt the lower high, which basically means on the 12-hour, if you look at the time frames here, that if this decides to run up to go test the 618 or a lower high sort of area, you're looking from now to around about the 16th to the 20th of July. So you're looking at around about, you know, a 10-day response from the bulls. This is important, guys, because if we can have a 10-day run, that's incredible, okay? Now, that may result in a lower high and then more devastation that comes later. Ultimately, we want to focus on this. And if this turns to play out, we want to make sure that we are in this. So remember what I spoke about when it comes to trading is you always want to, when the market's slowing down phase, is enter your trade. So whenever you have the big momentum move either way, you're already in your trades. So the important thing is previously I would wait for trend breaks. Okay. Today I'm doing something slightly different where I'm getting in just before the trend break. Okay. And the reason why is because I want the position filled up before we do break and start the momentum move, so that I am in and my full position is in before we actually start that. Otherwise, I'm trying to add in, I'm trying to get retests. I'd rather get in and be out of the danger zone of the crazy wicks, because that's where a lot of mistakes are made, and I want to be in. So if this happens with MATIC over here, it makes sense that it could bounce on these areas over here. And we're busy tracking short-term trends. We're zooming in here to be like, are we breaking 1 hour trends? Are we going to go tempt this trend line? Because if we break through this, we start to rally to the upside, you know, this becomes 10 days. Now, how do I track that quickly? Because I want to give you the two scenarios of how this trading spree can actually work. If we go to the upside over here, we go into the 618. And if you look at percentage-wise, if we end up rallying with a small leveraged account or something like that, and we end up getting a 50, 60% on a token, you're going to rarely, this is the stage where you can turn $1,000 into $10,000 if you do it correctly. And I want to roll that with you and teach you the strategies of how you do that. Because what's basically going to happen and why I think we can do so well if the market goes up or to the downside is we're going to use that strategy that I've been explaining to you guys, but I want to go a lot more into depth, is when this goes to the upside over here. And I'll speak about the downside as well. I want people to know I'm going to speak about downside as well. But what it's going to do is on the 12-hour, it's going to make this way possibly to the upside. Okay, amazing. But in between that on the 4-hour, it's going to go up. It's going to make a flag. It's going to go up. It's going to make a flag. It's going to go up. It's going to make a flag. From that, we will lose trend and you can start the down thing. You're going to go down, you're going to make a flag. You're going to go down, you're going to make a flag. You're going to go down. Okay. So the way I treat this now is if I see this current move over here, I see there's 3 areas that I can build to my position. Okay. Means I'm looking at getting my entry now. When it gets through here, I'm already in profit. And what I want to do is I want to use my profit that I'm in over here. And when it builds the flag and decides to break to the upside again, I want to use the profit that I had over here and I want to add it into the position. Okay, only when it breaks the resistance to the upside. What that does for me is if I had to enter $1,000 on a 10x now, okay, and this goes up, all of a sudden I'm literally sitting with $800 profit. Okay, so I had $1,000, now it's $800 profit. Now we break a flag to the upside. I decide to take my $800 and add it in on the 10x too. So previously, if I had $1,000 on a 10x, what does that mean? It means I'm playing with the $10,000 position, right? It's simple math. If I am $1,000 on a 10x, I'm borrowing 10 times the amount. It means I have $10,000, okay? But now what happens is I enter the trade and I go in $800 profits. So now what I decide to do is we form a flag and we break it to the upside, meaning we should attempt another leg to the upside. So I take my $800 and I add it to my position. Okay, what this does is it rises my entry position, but because we broke the flag, I can put my stop loss above that I'm at 0 risk. Okay, and now we should make another leg to the upside. So what that basically means is I'm going to use these 2 pieces over here. And remember, guys, at any moment this market decides to go in the direction move, And, you may get stopped 1 or 2 times. I do think the stoppage times are going to get a lot less now. I think the market's going to start moving in a direction. So you shouldn't get too much struggles of this boringness. But what I'm doing is I'm using these 2 ones over here to build my position. This is the only one that I actually want to make profit on, is the last little leg. Okay, so if I'm sitting with a $1,000 position, I enter it. Now it breaks a flag. I use my $800. Now I'm sitting on a $1,800 position on a 10x with a stop loss above my entry, meaning that I have an $18,000 position now in total. Now we go up another. Let's actually work out the percentages. Now we go up another 10%, which means I'll be in $1,800 profit. Now what I do is, let me actually paint this for you quickly. I want to explain this to you guys because you guys don't understand that doesn't matter how devastating or how irritating crypto has been in your life. You catch one of these runs properly, it changes everything. And you can ask David about that question. The guy that won the 𝗍𝗶𝗶𝗵 competition. He was struggling, and he hit one run and he made hundreds of thousands of dollars from $1,000, guys. You know what I mean? So I want you to never, your losses are losses and it is what it is. It's your lessons. You need to make sure you don't learn those lessons again. But you need to understand that this run is the time that you can make it all back and above, and it will all make sense again. Okay, everyone loses money in crypto. That's what happens. But a lot of people make money too. And you need to see the other side. So if I just want to mark this up again here. There we go. There's my entry position. Price goes up, forms a flag, breaks up. I decide to use that profit. I buy in. What does that do? It moves my entry up. I put my stop loss above. Okay, it decides to go again, putting me in another $1,800 profits, which means now if I had to use that 1,800 and add it to my previous 1,800, now I'm on a $3,600 on a 10x. So you see what I did? From taking my full position size that was $10,000, I made it $18,000. Now I'll make it $36,000 for the last trade. Okay, so what that basically means is now this goes up, it breaks another flag to the upside. So there's my flag. Boom, boom, we break up. So what do I decide to do? All this profit that's sitting in over here, I decide to use it to make my position size bigger. Because what I've learned in crypto is I don't need 100% trade. I need a 10% trade on a very big position. And that for me is better because if a market offers 10% all the time, it doesn't always offer 100%. So what's the more likeliness of me getting the trade if I'm trying to trade for 10% or 100%? I may only get 1 or 2 100% trades in an entire year, but 10% trades, I can get many of them. So I'm learning to make this bite size and easier for myself. So when this goes up and all this profit, I decide to use it. I decide to add it on a break of a bullish trend or a bullish flag. I decide to use this and I add to my position. Where do I add it to? Every time I add, you will see your position will go up a little bit, your entry, and it'll go up and it'll go up until I'm below this flag. Because I know we should not go below this flag. And I put my stop above. And now what I'm doing is I have to cap it at some point. So I use it in a 3-step method. The way I do it is I use the first 2 legs to build my position. And the 3rd leg I use to TP. So now I've taken my $1,000 position. I've added profits in. Now I'm in. And I got a $36,000 position. And all of a sudden, the last little move that I need from here to there is a 17%er. Now, if you take 70% of $36,000, you're probably sitting around a $5,200 profit off of my $1,000. Now, all of a sudden, I'm sitting on a $6,500 account. I've just 5x'd my account. Now, I've got to take a breather, and I've got to see what do we do at 618. Do we decide to break through it, which means it will go up, I'll wait for it to reset, and we're going long again. Or it rejects hard as shit, and it starts this down phase. Now what do I do? Okay, now we break trend to the downside. I just want to paint this for you guys quickly. Before I go into them, I want you to understand. So let's put this, I know it looks messy, and it will take me a few times. Luckily, all this is getting added to Sniper School. So if you do Sniper School, you'll have this in your pocket whenever you want it. But now the same thing goes. We hit 618. I'm fully TP'd out. I have all my money. Amazing. Now we break trend. So I decide, okay, cool. I'm going short. Now I have my $6,500 to go short. So what happens? It comes down. There's my entry. There's my stop loss. It comes down. It builds a flag. And it breaks the flag to the downside. So my 6,000 now that was sitting on a 10x, which is a $65,000 position, breaks to the downside now. What do? I take the profits and I add it in. All of a sudden, I have $100,000. Then it comes down, makes a flag, breaks the bottom again. I add it in. All of a sudden, I'm sitting on a $150,000 position. Last 10% move, I'm just explaining to you, this is how traders' mentality works. All of a sudden, I hit another 10%, boom, I make $15,000. Now all of a sudden, I'm sitting on a $20-something thousand account from $1,000. So it's the understanding of learning how to use these things. If I had to say to you guys now, doesn't matter how much money you've lost, if you could turn $1,000 to $15,000 to $20,000, what would that mean to you right now? A lot. Okay, cool. So stay focused and let's start this journey together. Go rewatch this, start understanding it a little bit more, and I'll teach it a lot more as things go. So what I want to go through now quickly is as things stand here on Bitcoin. See, MATIC looks pretty good, huh? We're just waiting for Bitcoin. Okay, let's see with Bitcoin over here. So what I'm seeing with Bitcoin over here is I want to see from here, I want to see it firstly hold this little trend line here. So my little support trend, which we're currently holding. And I want to see us break above this area. And from that, it means it respected the 618 yesterday. Okay, and remember, it's going sideways now. What does sideways mean? Build a position, right? That's what it means. Either a short position or long position, but it's telling you to build a position. And from here, I'm seeing Bitcoin go, if it holds strong, it goes from here and it goes and attempts there. Okay. Secondly, it decides to break support now. Cool. We're going to learn. We're going to learn very quickly how to short now, guys. There. So there's my two directions. I know that today we're going to get a decision make between these two lines over here. Let's remove this one now. There we go. I have two lines. Not yet. Not yet.
That was the trade.
Not yet. You can go put your MATIC. So MATIC is the one we want to trade very soon. So MATIC got hit hard, bro. These SEC tokens got like annihilated. Like Solana got smashed. Solana's at $18 again. MATIC. Like, what's going on, bro? They all got smashed. They all got smashed.
𝗪𝗿𝗄𝗧, bro.
𝗪𝗿𝗄𝗧. You must make friends with him.
𝗪𝗿𝗄𝗧.
Can't you get him on the show?
Everything is security, bro. They're all security.
Everything's securities, huh? Okay. Let's get back in. There we go. So you have literally two lines, and that's the directional moves. So you know, either I'm going to have a pump for Bitcoin here to there, boom, 3 or 4% on Bitcoin, amazing, 7 to 10% on altcoins, or the downside of it goes and tests down. So today it's showing that you got to be ready with your positions today because the direction move for the next 24 to 48 hours is coming, and it's coming off of this simple wedge over here. So very basic view. And then obviously when it comes to the higher time frames, we know 25K important level to hold. We're still bullish on the long term, all these sort of things. Okay, cool. So the trades that I'm looking at, Fantom. This is the trade that I'm taking. So I'm building a $100,000 position on Fantom. Let me explain to you why. Okay, this is trading. I don't care about fundamentals. I don't care about long term. I don't care about any of that shit. I like the chart and I want to trade the chart. Okay. Okay. So what I spoke about just now, okay, is firstly, I have the Bitcoin trend lines and I've put the supports. Okay. Secondly, what we have is we have Fantom that bounced really strong. If you look at the bounce, this is all that we want from trading is here. The bounce from what it did previously, it's currently in a 10% range on the 1 hour. Okay. Because if I look at the last two moves, this move over here, 10%, and I look at this move over here, 7 to 8%. Okay. So that's currently what's offering me. If it breaks this area over here, I zoom out slightly and I'm like, where does it go? It goes to the major trend. Look at that. So there's the major one that we've been coming down. Who knows if we don't break that? Okay, but for now, I'm just thinking of a move from here to those areas over there. If these two trades offered me 10%, what does this one offer me? An 8 to a 10% too. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm seeing that we had a bounce over here. I'm seeing price went up, came down, and it made a higher low. I saw Bitcoin bounce on the 618. So for me, I'm looking at a long in this area right now. So I'm longing just before the trend break. Now, guys, I've always taught trend breaks. I'm doing something slightly different. Okay, I'm doing something slightly different. Reason being is what I've noticed with the trend break when there's not a lot of volume is it sorry for my language, it fucks around. Like it literally fucks around. It comes here and it just fucks around. You know what I mean? And then it's like I'm buying break and then I'm trying to get the retest and stuff like that. Like for me now, the strategy I'm using now with no volume is I build the position before. I build the position before it gets to the trend so that I'm in before that happens. So I've added in, let's have a look over here. There we go. I'm in a $97,000 long that you guys have an even better entry than me now at the moment, okay? Because I'm building in the zone and I went up on the 4 hour and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm putting a bigger stop loss. I'm giving this thing range because if this is the time for it to long, this is where it's going to go to that upside. Now, let me explain my strategy behind this is I have a $97,000 position and I'm seeing it go to this trend line over here. Let's just put it in here. Boom. Is that trade that I just spoke about now? Okay. Now, for me, if I had to take it, it's $10,000 on a 10x. And that's a 9% move. Okay, so if this trade goes in my direction, I'm going to make $8,000 to $9,000. Okay, now I'm going to be bearish for a second. From here, it eats shit. Okay, so I'm really sorry about my language, but I'm just being fucking very honest here now. Okay, from here, from here, it eats shit and it goes down. Like it literally goes down to crazy levels. You know, all the bears, woo, Sheldon. But from there, it goes down. So what it means for me here is this 10% move over here. I can take my balance and my account, which is nearly in profit now. Nice. I can take this, which is currently $9,900 on a 10x over there, which means I have a position size of $97,000. On that trade over there, if I make $8,000 profit, this will then be, it means I'll be able to enter a new position of $17,000 on a 10x. So I'll be able to have $170,000 for my second trade. Remember, I talk about steps. That's how it works. So now it's like, okay, cool. How do I get my account from a... Remember, this is something that Dylan actually made me realize when he did the live tradings. Remember, we have live tradings every day. Was we actually focus on the position size more than the amount of money you're putting in versus leverage. Like we focus on the position size. Position size is now I'm looking, instead of about me worrying how much my money is, I'm worrying about the position size, where I'm saying, okay, if I can make this $170,000 on my next trade, okay, what does that mean if this thing eats shit? It basically means this will come up and build its way up. It will build a flag on resistance. And if we lose that, it's coming down hard. So when it gets up here, I'm TP'd out. I'm now ready to build a $170,000 position. And if you reject, I'm shorting it. And as it builds flags, I am adding to that position. Or what happens is we go here, we build a flag, and we break the trend. And if we break that shorter time, I'm in on the long, but the difference this time is I'm on a $170,000 position. So do you guys do this? Pop in the chat there. Do you actually plan your trades like this? Do you plan where you're going to add, where you're going to flip it, where you're going to change? How much position size do you want? All these sort of things. You see how I do step for step for step. And ultimately what my roadmap means is I want to get my $10,000 to $100,000. Because if I get it to $100,000 on 10x, I'm now playing with $1 million on each trade. So that's my step, is to get this to 10,000. But do you see how I don't sit here and be like, okay, cool. So that means if I buy Fantom now and this thing goes to 60 cents, so that's 200%, I can make my 100,000. You know, no, I focus on step for step for step. How do I get from a $90,000 position to $160,000? After that, how do I get a $160,000 position to $250,000? From $250,000, how do I get to $500,000? And all of a sudden, 3-4 steps later, and I'm there because I made it bite-sized for myself and I made it achievable for myself. So let's quickly calculate what this means if you're taking this trade right now. Luckily, we are still before the trend. And this is like I said, I'm sharing you my secret of how, you see how I don't change my strategy. I just tweak it. I just tweak it slightly that it makes a lot more sense. Because right now, any breakouts are full of crap when it comes to volume. So at the moment, I'm building it just before. Because that's what I've noticed now is being the better method. So if we look at this percentage-wise, I have a game plan to get rid of risk. So my first step over here is I have currently at the moment, if I look at my risk, where's my stop loss? Let's actually use this over here. There's my stop loss. So currently from entry to there, I have a 1.72% stop loss. Okay, so I'm risking $1,700 on this trade. Now for me, that's already, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so now we've prepped. Okay, cool. How am I going to make money? Now we're going to work on how do I reduce risk ASAP. So right now, I'm not afraid. I enter the trade. I know that this is the area we should go, and I'm in the trade. Once this breaks through, let's say it breaks out now, and it gets through this level over here. This high is the important high for me. Once we through that high, I can then take my stop loss, and I can move this up just under trend. And basically what they do is it will erase. So the first goal always is build your roadmap of where you want your trade to go and how you're going to make the money. Amazing. But now you've entered the trade, which means straight away your first priority is remove risk. How do I get that stop to my entry? Don't put it at entry now because you're going to get stopped out. You need to allow the trade to break out and do its thing, and then you move it up. Once all of a sudden your risk is removed, now you focus on the money. So as soon as you've clicked that button, I'm in the trade, don't even give a crap about money, that you're going to make money. Make sure you don't lose money first. So that's the big one. So as soon as I see Fantom wake up and start to break these areas, I'm moving that stop loss straight to the upside. It's looking good. Oh, I'm going to be profit soon, bro. I'm going to be profit soon, baby. Come on. Let's go. Let's break this, baby. Okay. So that one is sitting there. Now I want to speak about what are the next possible other trading setups at the moment. Okay, let's not deny. Let's quickly jump in here. Let's go to the week. Come on. Market's been a bit hit. It's been hit pretty hard, which means for me, if I'm looking for shorts now, I think I'm late, right? On the medium time frame. Like this is the damage. A lot of damage already happened. So now I want to go pay attention and look at the next ones. The next one that I see over here is a theta position. Dylan doesn't agree with me. Doesn't agree with me. Okay. There we go. There's my theta position. So if you look at theta now, it's basically respecting these channels. These channels are actually great, guys. Go track all these channels. Look at all these coins. If I go to the 4-hour, look how they're creating this channel beautifully. And every time it hits the bottom of the channel, goes to the top of the channel, comes down to the bottom, top, bottom, top. Cool. So I'm going to keep trading that same thing. So if we bounce, we're at the bottom of the channel now. We're doing a double bottom. This should go there, right? Ultimately, for me, what does this mean? If I look at this percentage-wise from where we are right now, that's an 8 to 10%. So the same way I was calculating my trade when it came to the Fantom trade, it's the same thing over here. And my stop is sitting below over here. What I like about the stop, 1.73. So if you had to enter any trades on a 10x now, you're risking 17% of it. Okay? Now you can, what? I'm making money. I'm making money. Come on, Fantom. Woo! Okay. So this soon, guys, when this breaks this area, we're moving stop losses up. Anyone? Guys, listen to me now. It's already too late to enter now. Okay. So if you never got your entry now, cool. I'm showing you other ones. Be very, very, very specific, because if you had to enter now and use the same stop loss as me, it's very close to my entry, I suppose. You're running at a little bit more of 2.4 risk now. So just be very aware of that. You want to get this around the 29 cents mark flat. 29, 29.10, that's last entries. I wouldn't go any more much above that. Okay. Theta. Oh, Theta's going to run out soon as well, guys. We're going to lose this entry. What else is moving there? Oh, we wanted MATIC. Okay, so if I had to enter MATIC now, so if I take this over here, oof, a little bit of a bigger.
It's about a 3% stuff now on a daily.
3% on a daily. It's a little bit bigger. So I'd probably, okay. I'm going to use this. Guys, please be aware on any exchanges when you sign up, but they always automate this thing to 20x. So that's one thing I don't like exchanges for. They make it seem like we dumbasses and they want to trick us at times. Okay. Look at this. I like this. So I'm doing 5x on this one. Okay. And what that means is I have basically $2,000 in this account. There's it over there. And if I go 5x, what I like about this is just by adjusting the leverage, it shows you the maximum position you're going to be able to get. Now I'm using isolated for this one. Okay. So I want to explain this quickly to you. If you use cross, guys, you can use my method. Now, what I mean by that is when the price goes up, you want to use your profits. You want to add your profits in. That's on cross. Now I'm going to warn you. If you can't do multiple tokens, guys. It's only one token. So if you look at my 𝗍𝗿𝗶𝗺 now, I am on cross. I've taken the position on cross. There we go. Back to entry. Amazing. There's the entry zone. I'm taking it on cross, but I'm trading one token. Reason being is cross takes all the money that's in that account. And if you open 3-4 trades and one goes really bad, it's going to screw up the rest of your trades. And even to a point, if that one goes so far down, it will liquidate all of them. Like you don't want that at all. So if you are doing cross, it's the method of using the adding. That's fine. But one token. Okay. This one over here, I'm doing a 5x, a little bit bigger of a position. I am going to go isolated. Now, the downside of isolated is you can't add to your position. Once you've made the position, that's it. Okay. But what's also great about it is it won't eat any of your other money and it won't destroy you completely, which is really good. Which is really good. It makes a big difference. So I don't know, dude. I think should I take a MATIC trade here? It was looking good.
It's no lead and it's a daily candle.
It's a daily candle. I actually want to get that one there. Okay, let's see what you're looking at here. So what's nice now, guys, is I have Dylan sitting here and he's charting and he's got a screen on top here and he's showing as he sees things happening. So there we go. So that's what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Boom.
That
Oh, so basically that's a nice wedge actually. So from here to there will basically be one of the first trades to set up over here. The only thing is the stop's a little bit big in the beginning. So for me, cool. I got my market. I got my 5x. So I'm going to take it. If I do take it, what does it mean? It means if this goes and stops me at the bottom, 3%, means I'll lose 15%. So I will lose $60, $150. I'll lose $150 if that plays out over there. Okay, cool. Markets. So guys, my goal here is you are trading every day. You're learning how to trade. Watch me trade too. You know me, watch me trade. If you agree with it, you agree with analysis, you agree with what I'm saying, amazing. Take trade similarly, fantastic. But I just want you to see me trade. And I want you to see me control my emotions, see me control my risk, see me control these things. If I must be honest, I'm very excited to actually trade again. Okay, so what's nice about this, guys, is if I go straight onto market now, why is my signal being weird? Okay, cool. So what's nice about this is I go to market now and I can say, okay, cool, I want to enter my whole position in. But then I can click this little thing over here and I can already put in my take profit and my TP. So now I go back to my chart and I say, okay, cool. What does this mean? Let's go to the 4 hour and let's go see where my TP would be. So remember, using TradingView as your drawing tool, and then you're using your exchange to keep it nice and clean so that you understand your trade, you understand what you need to do, all these sort of things. So if I look at this now, it means I would basically enter. Let me just get this in over here. I'd enter this area over here. Cool. I would put my stop loss in this area over here, just below the lows. I need to lift that ASAP as soon as I break a major level. And my TP would be the top of this wedge and these horizontals over here. Cool. Let's go see where the 618 lies up as well. From the top, let's go to the very top of this leg, the top to the bottom. Take a Fibonacci. Boom, 618 lining up perfect over there. So that gives me the area that if we turn bullish now, that's the area more or less we're going to go test. Okay, fantastic. Now, if I look at that, I look at my percentage. I put my risk to reward tool, put this in. I say, okay, cool. So this means for me around a 3% and to the upside around a 14%. Now what it does is it gives me my TP here and my stop loss and my TP. So you see the two lines over there. So now I'll go back to my exchange and I say, okay, 0.755 will be my stop loss. So if I go here, 0.755 will be my stop loss. Let's confirm 0.55. 0.7, not 0.55, 0.755, 0.755. Okay, let's have a look. 0.755. Okay, TP. Let's go see what my TP will be. This area 0.88. Go over there, 0.88. Amazing. Now I say buy long. Fantastic. Boom, there's my position. Okay, my position's in. So my total size of my trade is around $10,000. Okay, so that means if I get my TP, which is the 14%, I'll make more or less around $1,300 profit. If I get stopped out, it's around 3%. It's around about 150%, $150. So $150 loss, maybe even close to 200 loss versus $1,300 reward. Amazing. So now this trade is set in play. Can you update me on Fantom? Hovering at my entry. Amazing. Cool. So anyone, last entries here. So I'm going to join it. This has to be the time that it moves. So there's the last little block over there for the entries on Fantom. I mean, a solid 31, bro. Lunch on me. Lunch on me, bro. If it picks up a little bit more now and rockets through, then we eat lobster. Otherwise, bread. Okay, cool. Let's go see the other ones. So I wanted to take the THETA trade. I really did. I think the THETA one's a little bit late, guys, because if we look at the now, you're starting to get, unless it's a 3 or 5x, it can be good. Yeah, guys, some trading shows. You know, we talk about all the other long-term stuff. Let's trade a bit. Let's get back to what we do. And it's exciting for me as well. I've been traveling. I've been building 3 channels. Finally, my chosen one's TikTok took off. We're like 300,000 views in the last 24 hours. So that was good. Oh, by the way, 1 o'clock, guys, 1 o'clock. I have a great podcast dropping on my personal channel. So please go show some love, right? I want to update it because this is where I'm talking a lot more mental and stuff, guys. This is going to be so good. The podcast is good and the channel is in a really good place. Like the education that's coming out there. This is my heart side. This is where I'm going to teach you a lot. Come join me. Go to Sheldon the Sniper. I want to see these subs go up. There we go. From a man that was the most interesting guy I met in Bitcoin Miami, that was dressed in all these gold chains, all these things. And he's like, he looks like this, like Bored Ape, right? Like he's like this crazy guy, to find out that he's a father of 7. He's a pastor. And like, he lives his whole life. It's like, he used to be a drug dealer when he was young. His parents, yeah, he didn't have parents from a very young age. You'll see a lot in it. And to becoming a huge success in NFT space and becoming a multimillionaire. So go watch him. We even have the 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗍 one, which was incredible. This was us going to Gareth. He's in his gym outfit. You see a whole nother side. Go, please, guys, go join. I want to see these subs goes up. It means a lot to me, especially if you enjoy my my trading shows. You want me to do these longer sessions again? We could do it. Just show some love, guys. Okay, what's happening with the rest? Let's see if there's any others. Solana looks like crap. It got killed, bro. Like, jeez, this whole SEC, is Gary really this? Is he like a big dog or what? I do think anywhere between 13 and 15 is a huge opportunity for long term for Sol. Like if you get it here on the long term, I think it's a great entry. And I suppose for the rest, you know, it looks like it's going to take a little bit of time for these tokens, possibly. Let's actually go through them for a second. So Solana, that probably looks like the entries, 15 to 16, and then we even have the 14. So let's have a look there. Not so great on Solana. What were the other ones that really got smashed? Okay, so Atom's there now. I think it's a great dollar costing zone, to be honest. And then we do have the $8 mark. Okay, so guys, all of these things, whenever you're entering any trades, I just want to confirm again. I've given some trades. I'm showing the trades that I'm interested in and the trades that I'm taking. All you want to focus on is a really good risk to reward. Anything that makes sense. Now, if you have tokens that have been going down for 3 weeks, it makes sense that you're looking for a long, because it means for 7 days, you know, you can have 3 weeks of downside and you can have 1 week of upside and then 3 weeks of downside, especially if we're in a downtrend. And the thing is, we've already had 2 to 3 weeks of downside. So by you looking for longs now, it makes sense. Okay, thank you for following my channel. Thank you. It means a lot. But then what you want to focus on then is you want to focus on good levels of where to enter them when it's slowed down a little bit. You know, when it's had a big drop, slow down a bit. Then you want to put your risk to reward tool in. You want to put your risk to reward tool in. You want to put your stops in, and you want to see where your TPs are. If this is a great win over here, it means I can literally lose 5 trades in a row and win 1, and I'll still be at break even, if not slight in profit. And that's the thing. It's not about being this trader. Is Fantom going to go? It must go. Come on, Fantom. Fantom must go. This is my bigger position. Oh, it's going to be a great trade to get this one. It's going to be a really good trade. But guys, don't catch us late. So as I was saying, going back over here, risk to reward. As soon as you see, okay, I want to buy this token and it starts to go up and you want to chase it, just look at that risk to reward. Just focus on this number for a second. So here's where we're at now. Okay, you're still at a 4.7. Now look. It's pumping. Should I get in? Should I get in? Should I get in? Should I get in? All of a sudden, your risk reward's a bunch of crap. It's not good. So basically, what you're looking at now is you want anything above 3. I'm saying being more stingy. Go for 4 to 5. If you want risk to reward ratio, anything 4, 5, and more, that's worth the trade. Not even 3. 3 is there, but it's like, it's cool. But basically, you want to be a lot more. So as soon as it starts to get anywhere there, you're too late. You're too late. Obviously, I got the... Is Mama Sniper watching the show? Did you get the THETA trade? Wait. Let's find out, yeah. Oh, that's good. Let's phone Mama Sniper quickly. Let's see how much. So here's my mom, guys. If you ever want to sit in and not believe that you can achieve it, I want to introduce you to one of the best traders. I know you've met her. Many of you have. Let's find out here for a second. Mom, if you're watching the show, please answer your phone. Mom. Where is your theta entry? What is your position size? What are you doing? Where do you think it's going? What are your concerns? Where's your stop? What are you doing? Just turn off your show there, please. Because if I see here, I see maybe more downside later, but I see if it goes bullish here, it should make its way to around the 82, 84 cent mark, and then a possible another leg down.
Correct. Yeah, that's what I've got. So that's my first point of exit. But obviously, I'll watch it around about there. You'll see there's actually a very nice diagonal trend down line as well, which sits also at around
the sharp trend
81.7 cents. Yeah.
Okay.
If you go to the 4-hour chart, there's a very nice down trend line, very clear, distinct trend line. So yeah.
Okay.
It's made
Will you send me your chart, please, and then I can open it here? Okay, cool. Where is it too late for people to buy?
Look, it depends what time frame they are trading. The breakout where I got in was sitting at let me go to the smaller time frame. It was sitting at 75 on itself. I would wait for a retest. Remember, it will always come back down and retest the break. So
you say around 75, and then do you agree with me a stop loss around 74?
Let's see. Yes, 74 is perfect because that's that's basically right at the bottom of the wick. But normally what happens is when it makes a big wick like that on the 4-hour, it likes to go and close it. And that's exactly what it's just done. It's gone and closed that wick. So I'm going to send you the chart now.
Yeah, so it filled the wick up. So that's what I explained earlier in the show, that when we have a huge wick like that, it usually comes down, fills it, and then starts the momentum.
That's it. And the stop loss is just under that wick. So that's perfect. You don't want it to go lower than that wick.
Exactly. Mom, love you lots. Keep making money.
Love you.
Okay, bye. Okay, we got the theta queen over here. That's in. You see that? Like, I'm busy chatting here. I didn't even get it because it's not on. That's the only thing I'm sad about. It's not on this CoinW. So remember, guys, CoinW for US, if you want to get into CoinW, you can. You don't need VPN. You don't need KYC. And you can trade, leverage. There's no financial advice. No advice at all. But it is available to you. It is available for anyone in the US. So the link is below. Get the school one too so you can join Sniper School. That's a big one. Okay, so that's looking good. Okay, let's have a look here. What's Fantom doing? Let's see. Fantom. $500, bro. Okay, what do you want for lunch, though? Let's order some food quickly. So, guys, you got to celebrate. So anything you do, if you make money in crypto and you do it, doesn't matter where you've been before. Let's say you're down. I started $10,000. Now I'm on 1,000. Now I'm trading 1,000 and I'm up some profits. Always take like 10% and buy yourself some nice food. If you like sushi, if you like burgers, what do you feel like, though? Sushi? Yeah. Don't worry, bro.
I was just thinking before the
No, it depends what it costs us now. I'll just deduct it now. I'll take some TPs on it, and then we'll pay for lunch. And that again is the power of trading, guys. Is the use it in your life for what you need, so that you never have to take out of your long term and take out of your money, which is a big thing. Like even now with my $500, if I know that that this $500 will do something cool for me today. I'll call the trade now. Like, it's just the power of having it. Guys, did you miss the little bit of the sessions? Did you miss a little bit of the us trading, hanging out together? Tell me yes. Tell me yes in the comments if you want more of this. Like, I think you guys always want the longer time frame shows and these things. And my life also gets busy at times. But let me know if you love this stuff, if you enjoy it. Okay, sushi. Amazing. We're going to get some sushi. Over here. Okay, guys. So I'm just going to zoom in on this while I get some food quick. Should I spend time here? I think that's the thing I'm going to ask. Like, I can call the show now, or should I? Do you guys want me to spend a bit more time with you? Because we've given the trades. If so, I need to order lunch quickly. Okay. There's the trade, guys. So the green box is my only entry zone. Only when it's in the green box. So I'll make it bigger for you so you can see it. There we go. Okay. This line over here is my stop loss. See how you can drag it. I know this, but it's like, it's so cool to see now and then. Drag your stop loss. Cool. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, what do you like? Sashimi? You like salmon roses? Salmon roses, rainbow rolls. Come on, bro. We're in the money here. We can eat what we want. Just stay green. Yeah, I do agree. But now that this is broken up, I think I'm actually going to move my stop up a bit. I want to reduce some risk. So if I look now, we're out that trend. So my stop was here. Now I want to move it a little bit more up to reduce risk. Because if I look at it right now, as things stand, percentage-wise, I'm still sitting at that risk of nearly 2%. So I think I want to reduce this a bit. We technically should go from here. This should be where we should rampage up. Okay, so I want to move this to 0.287. 0.287. Okay, now I go smaller. Okay, over here. So remember, 𝗵𝗿𝗶𝗵. Also incredible, guys. If you want to sign with 𝗵𝗵𝗶, I still love it very much. Okay, so here, let's just double check. 0.287. 0.287. 0.287. Okay, so I took my loss from 1,800 to 1,300. It's a bit better. That's almost order food now before. Okay, we ordered some food. Good day, Mama Sniper. Amazing. Okay, let's have a look at our previous trades here. MATIC still hovering. Where's the theta trade? As Mama Sniper said, she said a nice retest of 0.75. 0.75. Stop loss 0.74. So if it comes to 0.75, there, yeah, you're running at a 1.4. So I'd probably run it around a 5x. 5x. And you can build it up. Remember, if you cross on a single trade, only one token, you can make that 10x at a later stage. Once it's in profit, once it's going. So remember, if this comes down here, never be afraid to even enter on a 1x, guys. It doesn't matter. You're entering the trade. Now it goes up, builds a flag, breaks the flag. So when we break this, you can use the profit to add in, and you can go to a 2x. Then it breaks here. As long as your stop loss is above your entry, you can build your positions. Just don't get too attached to it. Don't build it for too long. I use 2 legs to build my position, and I use 1 leg to take the profit. So very important. I like GRT, but it's getting hit. So it looks like it actually, so GRT, this would probably be a good spot trade, huh? Let's just see. So you're saying GRT. Guys, all the other tokens, as in AI tokens, all that, I've just been adding to my long term. I literally bought about $70,000 yesterday to my long term. And I went quite a bit AI. What are we looking at? GRT. Oh, you're saying a possible double bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, it did, huh? Oh, shorter time frame, these 2 weeks, yeah. Boom, boom. And this, if we run this trend, ooh, yo, okay. Now let's take the top trend. Let's see what this could do. That's the thing, guys. Risk to rewards right now are very much in favor, because this is the moment of truth, right? Think about it. If GRT had to lose this level, it's going down here. So what it would mean is if you went long here and it dropped and you got stopped out for your 10, 20%, cool. It goes up here. You know you got a badass short coming up, because this should go down a lot. And then you got the other scenario where this is the perfect entry and this shoots back up there. If not, breaks it. So risk to reward is really good right now. So I would probably, if I had to enter this trade, I don't know if I'd enter it on leverage, but spot, yes. Spot or like a very low. Yeah, it's a bit of a higher, especially on the daily, it's a higher stop loss. It's like a 6% stop, so definitely not leverage. And your reward is 50% reward. 50% reward. Okay, what's our trades doing here? We actually got to monitor Bitcoin a little bit and see what. Oh, there we go. So we want Bitcoin to break that wedge. So remember what I said? Put this little wedge in here on the 1 hour. Bitcoin breaks this, it should attempt the 28K. If we lose the bottom wedge over here, it should go 24. It's great, guys. This is great. You don't care which way it goes. You just know it's important to get ready to trade. You just want to know, am I wasting my time today by trying to trade, or is it a good time for me to trade? And that's the thing. It's about knowing when's the best. Sometimes the best trade is no trade. Amazing. But it's also about knowing when to trade. Because if you don't decide to trade today and we break one of these lines, you're going to try trade tomorrow and it's going to be a mess. Because you're far behind. You're trying to catch it. You're trying to this. You're trying to that. Your risk is terrible. And it just catches you. So today's a good time. If you want to get going, remember, use a school fees account. You have this whole year. And what I mean by school fees is just, what are you learning? What are you willing to finally say, I'm going to try trading? Or I'm going to go again, like $20, $10, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You got this whole year to learn the skill. Just learn the skill. Very important. Where is the stock market? How's the stock market looking? So guys, by the way, we've been building the possibility of university. We'll update on that stuff shortly, but we built these live trading sessions every day. And I have a team that's running it at the moment, which are doing incredibly well, really, really doing good. But this is what it's about. We take trades, we chat, we do these things. So if you've done Sniper School, you go to Discord and you'll find our trading sessions every day. So again, I'm going to push and I'm going to continue to push Sniper School. I believe education is everything in this space. And if you really want to take yourself to the next level, educate yourself. I spoke to a lot of people in Miami and they were like, I'm not in school because it's going to take too much time. Guys, we give you 1 5-minute video a day. It's for 3 weeks. 5-minute video, one a day, and then 1 hour a week. You got to dedicate to a live session. If you can't do that for yourself, that's one thing I learned with rich people. And I know Craig said it as well. Rich people spend money on themselves. They spend more money on themselves than anything else. They spend money on themselves. That's how you get better. That's how you become, where you want to be. So Dixie, it's good to see a rejection, a possible lower high on Dixie. That's good. Let's see the USDT dominance. Lower. Yes, come on. We need this to break down. If this can break down, that'll be great. Very bullish for us. Craig, you want sushi?
What?
You want sushi? Do you?
But
we're in profit, bro.
eating the Fantom profit.
We're in profit, Joe, bro. We could get sushi.
Salmon sushi.
Okay, salmon sushi. Let me do this. Okay. These things over here. Shoes and salmon box. Do you like deep fried? Sorry, guys, I know I'm ordering food here on the show. Deep fried. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. So just to confirm, Fantom long. I'm not going long any more than Yeah, we're already out of the zone, so the Fantom longs are gone. The MATIC longs are fine, so let's go see my MATIC position. I'm up $20. Cheers later, boys. $30. So MATIC is one fine, just very high leverage. Not high leverage, very low leverage. Very low leverage. And the last one for me was THETA. The Mama Sniper said that the 0.75. So there's the setup over there. Got a shout out to Craig here. I think those are the perfect trades for now. So guys, do me a favor. I'm in these trades, and I'll be 4 p.m. 4 p.m. is the live trading. So come join us at the live trading. So we can continue on these at the moment, but put your stops in and let's run these. I think I'm gonna get some lunch, chill a bit. Fantom, printing baby, $600 up, fantastic, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button. I love you lots. I've spent an hour now. The only reason I'm not going too much longer is we've got run show coming up, and I still want a job. So I love you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, we're printing. Wait a minute. Josh. We're printing here, bro. Yo. Okay, sorry, I had to, Josh. You can do it now. Sorry. Bye.